Who's excited about National Teach Ag Day? I know y'all can do better than that. Louder. Who's excited for National Teach Ag Day? All right. So I am going to show this documentary, and then we are going to get started with our activity for today, okay? So let's dim the lights, Mr. Theobald.
My name is Brandon Bixler, and I'm currently a senior at Penn State University. Student teaching is a 15-week internship, and so pretty much follows the length of the spring college semester. One of the things that surprised me most about student teaching is just the amount of details that there are to manage. Coming in and just experiencing that, I don't think it's something you can truly understand until you've been there yourself.
What I like about our drawing here is that in each case we had the black wire going to the left-hand side.
Tell me about your cooperating teachers.
I truly feel like I have two of the best ones that are out there.
I'm Dave Steinfeld, and I'm the agriculture teacher here.
Mr. Dave Steinfeld is my primary cooperating teacher. Getting to work with him, I have just seen the impact that a teacher can have. He's been teaching for 22 years, and so seeing just the many roles that he fulfills within this school and the broader community is impactful.
And I should put up a picture. I didn't have
One of the things I like about being an agriculture teacher is I can run into students that I had 15 years ago. They tell you just how appreciative that they are of what you did for them.
Mrs. Sarah Beth Aldifer, a second incredible cooperating teacher. I work closely with her in the Ag and Natural Resources and Animal Science courses.
My name is Sarah Beth Aldifer, and I teach agriculture science at Athens.
I don't know that I've met a teacher before who works so intentionally about making sure that every single student succeeds and that she equips them with what they need.
One of my favorite parts of being an ag educator is that we often get to work with our students for longer than 1 year. It's really exciting to have students year after year and get to build that rapport with them. We just know our students and know what they need.
Hey, as a general reminder, this will benefit all of us. Yes. Okay.
I hope
6
that
inches
Brandon
of
realizes
cable
he will be
beside
able
each
to
jump shot is
do
going
well
into
wherever
place.
he
It will
goes.
probably
I want him
going
to also understand there's going to be challenges along the way.
You're never going to have it all perfect. You're never going to have everything the way that you want it to be.
But you don't have to do it yourself. There's a huge network and group of agriculture teachers.
Any relationship that you can have with another person that will help your students is going to then help your program.
My name is Whitney Romelia Evans. I am currently a senior at the University of Kentucky studying agricultural education, and I'm currently student teaching in Frankfort, Kentucky.
For me, I would put I am multiracial, I am bilingual, I am a first-generation college student.
Probably my favorite part of being an ag teacher is, working with the kids. I just like watching them grow. My name's Jeff Schaefer. I've been teaching agriculture 21 years this year.
I love his dad. He's such a goofy guy, loves the students, loves the greenhouse, and the way that he facilitates hands-on learning, has a positive learning environment for all those students. I couldn't ask for a better cooperating educator.
Actually, first that'd be a good first day of school.
Tell me about Whitney.
Miss Evans is a bundle of energy, but good energy. Like, she is so full of life and she's so happy.
Whitney's a lot of fun. She is engaging. Students really appreciate how she delivers content.
She's so bubbly and just like outgoing and loves talking to people.
What are some things that lavender can be used for? Smell. Okay. Fragrance. What else? Like we have over there, So we're going to talk about
One thing that's very important for her to learn from being a student teaching, for just caring for the kids and let them know that you care for them and that you're there for them.
My greatest desire for all the student teachers in Whitney is that they are confident enough that they can go and find the classroom they fit in and start making impacts on students. And so when she walks away, I want them to find ownership and confidence in their experience.
there ain't nothing prettier than a full greenhouse. Don't y'all think? I'm so proud of all the hard work these students have put in. And they've learned alongside me. And for that, I'm truly grateful.
Today I'm here at Penn State University in the campus at State College, and we're here for the spring retreat. So our professors bring back the 8 of us student teachers as a cohort, and I'm really excited to just have the chance to connect with the other members in my cohort because I think it'll be nice to hear about their experiences and how things have been going over the past 10 weeks for everyone.
We spend a lot of time with our students in our program. Part of developing as an individual and developing as a professional is developing as a group and as a cohort around you. And so we adopt a cohort model here at Penn State.
You can't do that until you actually are able to understand. You can't really understand.
You know, one thing in education that we know is true, right, is that relationships matter. And that more than anything else, knowing that you have a caring person who's cheering for you as a cheerleader and a champion can make a difference in being successful. So I get to advise, coach, cheerleader, and mentor in that advising process of becoming an ag teacher.
What are strategies that we could use to basically credibility check or make sure that what is gathered and brought forth and shared.
Being part of this profession gives you opportunity to impact the future.
I really valued that as an ag teacher, that every day was a unique puzzle to solve and how to help develop them as human beings the best that I possibly could.
The Ag Ed faculty members here at Penn State are remarkable.
Answer every question they ask if it's one that they have every resource they need to know the answer to.
Okay, tell me about Brandon. Tell me about Brandon.
Brandon. This is probably the easiest part of the interview. Before he entered college, you could tell there was something special there in terms of the individual. Excellent or impressive is the word that I would use often about Brandon.
So that's another thing. I'm just curious if people have thoughts on, like, if your facilities are at a stage where, you want students...
leaps and bounds from freshman to senior to now, I've watched Brandon continue to add and develop, and that speaks to his inquisitive nature and open nature to be willing to listen and learn.
Each of them have made a personal investment in my life, and I learned different things from each of them about how to be the best teacher that I can be, and they've also helped to sort of clarify my vision on where I hope to go, the kind of teacher I hope to be, but also the kind of impact that I hope to make with my life's work, really.
We are in Alumni Plaza, which is right in front of Garrigus Building on the University of Kentucky's campus. I will be in a mock job interview and present my teaching portfolio to not only my professors, but potential schools that want to recruit agricultural educators.
The agricultural teaching profession seems to really embrace community.
It's more like a family, a really, really large family that is really, really diverse.
This is all of us together. I believe the College of Ag has been nothing but supportive. There's always a little bit of nervousness when you think about your first year of teaching.
In the current environment, why would I want to go into the classroom? I'm sort of getting goosebumps right now. I can't reiterate how impactful and magical that working with the youth are.
There's an old saying that says, those who do can and those who can't teach. And it makes me angry. Teachers are the only people and the only profession that creates all other professions. And it's important as an educator that we realize we may have the next scientist that cures cancer in our classroom. We may have the next author who writes a great American novel. Teaching is a phenomenal experience. No 2 days are ever alike. That's because you have the human factor of making a difference in the lives of these students, in the lives of the school, and in this community. And that is extremely important, not just for agricultural education, but for education for all.
Tomorrow, I will be graduating from the University of Kentucky with my bachelor's in career and technical education and minors in animal sciences and agricultural economics. And just saying that seems surreal to me. When I first started this journey, I never thought I would come as far as I have. I have done this for my community, for people who look like me, for first-generation college students. I am just so excited. I can't wait to have my family there with me. Professors that have been more than impactful.
Okay, tell me about Whitney. Tell me about Whitney.
Whitney obviously is fun. She's engaging. She's going to have a great time no matter what the lesson is.
Whenever I hear Whitney Evans' name, I just can't help but put a smile on my face because she always has a smile on her face.
One thing that when Whitney gets into a classroom is she's going to be a model for the students that come into her room. They're going to hear her story. Tomorrow at commencement, a generational stop occurs when Whitney Evans walks across that stage. It's a beautiful stop. This is a beautiful thing that for this point forward, they will say, we have a college grad.
So tell me about Brandon. You know, like what was he like as a kid?
Brandon, as a child, was always very inquisitive.
You could tell he had a love for learning from little on up, and there was signs that he would be a good teacher back then.
I think of when he was very young and we would read him stories and he could recite those stories by looking at the picture.
To think back through the story of how I got to this point, I take you back to sort of the beginning of my high school days when I was a freshman doing course selection. Growing up, I really did enjoy the outdoors. My dad was involved in a lot of outdoor recreation, hunting, fishing. That was a big part of my growing up.
I believe Brandon saw that as a young child and wanted to be involved in that stuff.
That was really what motivated me to sign up for that Agriculture Science 1 course. As I really thought about the impact that my ag teachers were making in my life, even from that very first course, this started to become sort of an idea that I was like, maybe I want to be an ag teacher too.
Hi, my name is Katie Rank, and I'm an agriculture teacher. I met Brandon in the summer of 2017 when I took the job at Garden Spot High School as their agriculture teacher and FFA advisor. Since I've known Brandon, he has been steadfast in that he's hardworking, he's dependable. All those reasons will make him successful in not only being a great ag teacher, but also building a program in a community that's never seen ag education before.
At this point, one of the opportunities that's been taking most of the time I have to devote to sort of future opportunities has been exploring what it could look like to start an agricultural education program at a school called McCaskey High School, which is in the school district of Lancaster.
A few weeks after graduation, was able to accept an offer there starting in August. I'll be working full-time teaching environmental science and then also working hopefully to build the agricultural education program there.
You have to slow down as you got closer so that you could enter.
He gets to start this new ag program at McCaskey in an urban setting. I believe that is a vision that he has been very excited about.
For the last number of years, he has had this motto, sort of a life motto for himself. His intention is to make a difference with integrity so that others can do the same.
It's definitely a transition as I sort of make this shift into an agricultural educator in the state of Pennsylvania. But one of the things that I'm really grateful for is that there is this sense of community, that ag teachers across the state, we still have this bond. And I think that's one thing that really sort of kept me on this agricultural education path, is seeing the sense of community and family really that agricultural educators have.
Hi everyone! I just wanted to give a couple of life updates since you last saw me at graduation. Since then, I have accepted a job at Seneca High School which is an urban ag magnet program in the heart of Louisville, Kentucky, which is about an hour away from where I was born and raised in Lexington. I've lived in this house since I was 5. Me and my sister grew up here. As soon as I passed that threshold of my house, it's like I'm in America. Here, like the traditions that my mom had growing up are still very alive.
Tell me about Whitney. What was she like when she was younger?
She would be a really happy little girl, like climbing trees and with a lot of energy.
He vivido con ellas, muy cariñosa, muy estudiosa, muy juguetona, muy abierta. Desde que ella nació, ella le gustaban mucho los animales. Ella le gustaba veterinaria. Siempre quería, decía, desde chica decía, quiero ser veterinaria, y ella sola buscó ese programa en la escuela.
During my senior year of high school, I had the opportunity to be FFA president for the Locust Trace FFA chapter. Through Locust Trace, I completed the pre-vet program and got my certification. They had already kind of thought, okay, she's gonna be a vet. And I came home one day and I was like, actually, I want to become an educator, an agricultural educator, in fact. The initial reaction was nothing but love and support.
Su deseo de enseñar, de ayudar a los demás. Ella siempre está viendo de qué niño necesita más la ayuda. Sí, pero al principio yo tenía miedo porque como yo soy madre soltera, que no iba a tener yo dinero para que ella saliera adelante. Ella no solamente estudiaba, sino que ella se involucró más en UK. Y decía, no va a poder, pero sí. Ella me demostró que sí podía.
Oh, what a superwoman she is. She did an amazing job raising me and my sister. There was never one thing she told me that I could not do. She is a 2-in-1.
She worked very hard for it. My niña todavía, pero sé que ella va a ser algo grande. Estoy muy orgullosa de ella.
Yes, I did make the right choice, and I'm where I'm supposed to be. It's not to say that it doesn't have its hard days or its challenges, but I feel good about the decision that I've made, and I'm glad to be here at McCaskey High School and see the vision we have in the program that we hope to build.
See what muzzle size I want. At times, if you're in a high-stress situation where they really do need a muzzle quick and I know every single day that I made the right choice. Seneca was my dream school. Question of the day. Okay, Adriana? And to be able to be here now is, I know I say surreal all the time, but it really is surreal. On the top because his jaw, okay, is longer than his snout, okay? I cannot believe that I'm living the life that I've wanted to live for 5 years. I wanted to be here and be representation for the students that we have here and be able to guide these students in this industry.
They are protecting
My students are awesome.
So here we go. This first one is our one that's more or less just for fun.
I teach almost exclusively freshmen, so these are 9th grade students who are new to the high school. And so what's been nice is that as I'm a new teacher myself, each of my students are also new to the high school, so it's been a lot of fun to navigate that together. It's my hope that my classroom is a place that people want to be.
The ag program is really the heart of Seneca. So many teachers come, see the chickens, they ask about eggs, they are super involved in what we do in FFA. They wear FFA shirts all the time. They're super pumped about what we are about to bring to the table, and I'm so happy to have their support.
There's a lot of different things that are involved in starting a new agricultural education program, but I think one of the most exciting pieces is to get to build it from the ground up. A lot of these initial steps look like doing some research, sort of a lot of the behind the scenes work to figure out what do we want this to look like, sort of all of these things that build the structure of the program.
Being an FFA advisor is such a sentimental part of this experience. I was an active member of FFA all 4 years of high school, and those experiences really shaped who I am today. I would not be in this career without it. And so now to be responsible for providing a similar experience for my students now, it's amazing to me. It really is. What I would say to past Whitney.
Hi, everyone. I was defeated.
Be patient, girl.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone.
If I had to give myself one piece of advice, when I was just starting out on this journey, handling the hard things in life better.
Sometimes when I talk to people and they're like, what's coming next? What are you doing after graduation? It can be a little scary to admit that, hey, I don't actually know that for sure.
You're going to be able to be representation like you want to be. You're going to be able to make an impact like you want to. It just all comes with patience.
There's such value in working hard to make it through the challenges that life does throw your way.
Now, present Whitney, this is the life I get to live. And so to actually live that out every day is impactful for me.
Okay, so what'd y'all think? Cool, right? So as an agriculture teacher here in Florida, we have a huge shortage of ag teachers, and I'm here today on National Teach Ag Day to encourage you all to think about ag education as a future career for you so that you can be successful. I really enjoy my job. I get to play with cows, I get to play with pigs and goats and chickens, and I get to see you guys grow into amazing human beings. And I think that's the most rewarding part about my job, is being with you guys all the time. You are the light of my day. Most of the time, well, not most of the time, a lot of the time, you are the reason why I come to work. So it makes my day better seeing the smiles on your faces coming through my door. But today we are going to unlock your potential to become a future ag teacher. And I want you guys to, you've already created name badges for yourself, but I want you to imagine yourselves as an ag teacher today, okay? Everyone here is an agriculture educator, and I want you to choose what pathway in your brain, you don't have to say it out loud, but you are going to choose what education pathway you are teaching at your agriculture program. So for instance, our program here at QI Roberts is animal systems. I teach animal science, I teach agritechnology, ag foundations, fundamentals, and these are the classes that you guys take. This is not the case for every agricultural program. Every ag teacher teaches something different. So agribusiness systems is an example of a program. Biotechnology systems is an example. Environmental system services, or service systems, food products and processing, natural resource systems, plant systems, power structural and technical systems. So your power structural and technical systems is like ag mechanics, electrical work, construction, welding. Those things align with that standard, okay? Plant systems is things like floriculture and horticulture, learning hydroponics and things like that. Natural resource systems is forestry. A lot of places in Florida do forestry because we have pine trees, and pine trees make paper, and Putnam County is huge on that because we have Georgia Pacific that makes toilet paper and sparkle paper towels, okay? So it's something that relates to everything that impacts your life every single day. Agriculture is huge, and it has something to do with every single one of you. Whether you think about it or not, we are always dealing with agriculture in our lives. So imagine yourselves as an agriculture teacher today. Pick a pathway, okay? And then you got marked with a color on your hand, okay? I am going to split you guys up in groups. And group 1, if your hand is yellow, you are going to move to station 1. So go ahead, group 1, stand up if your hand is yellow, and you are going to move to station 1. If your hand is red, you are going to stand up, and you are going to move to station 2. If your hand is red. If your hand is blue, I had to remind myself what color the station was, but if your hand is blue, you are going to stand up and go to station number 3. And then if your hand is green, you're going to stand up and go to station number 4. You guys have 15 minutes at each station to accomplish each task that you are given, okay? You are going to select a partner. I hope you guys are listening because there's a lot of talking going on. You are going to select a partner within your group right now that has selected to teach the same pathway as you. So if you have chosen agribusiness systems as your pathway, find a partner in your group that teaches agribusiness systems as well. If you have a partner that teaches environmental service systems, pick a partner that teaches that pathway as well, okay? And you are going to be agriculture teachers for that pathway, and you will stick with that partner throughout each station, okay? If you get done at your station early, feel free to come to the photo booth and take pictures. You can decorate your name badge still. You can make extra effort into your papers that you're working on and your groups. Take pictures of yourselves on your phones and your work that you're doing and post it to social media. And then I have hashtags posted at each group for you to tag your posts. NAAE says, which is National Association of Agriculture Educators, says that if we get the most posts, we get an award. And I want to be the teacher with the coolest lesson, one, and I want to be the teacher that has the most posts on social media. And I want you guys to show how much fun you're having with this activity. Okay, how many of you had a really good time today? Yeah, good. All right, let's dial it down a little bit. All right, so you have some reflection questions that I want you to think about and answer. I am taking this up for a grade, so remember that. Put your name at the top and what class period you have me. Your name at the top and your class period. Okay, question number 1. Throughout this activity and or discussion, what was something that you didn't realize agriculture teachers had to do? Okay, each station that you worked at today is something that an agriculture teacher does day in and day out to complete their job. Okay, so keep that in mind. What is something that you didn't think that your ag teacher had to do for their job? Number 2, as an ag teacher yourself, what did you enjoy completing through this lesson and why? Okay, what did you enjoy? Number 3, explain one powerful learning moment that you are taking away from this lesson. One powerful moment that you are taking away from this lesson. And number 4, name and explain one strength of yours that you feel would make you a great agricultural educator and explain why, okay? Think about a strength that you have that would make you a great agriculture teacher, okay? Something you didn't realize agriculture teachers do. Caden. Yeah, there's a lot more stuff in ag, okay? Ag is not just animal science, right? They teach different pathways, and there's different kinds of ag teachers all over the nation, okay? They teach plumbing, they teach electrical, they teach concrete, they teach wood construction and welding, biotechnology. They teach agribusiness and marketing and all kinds of things, okay? Plant systems, environmental systems, all those things. There's so much that agriculture teachers are able to teach wherever they're located, okay? Who wants to share what they wrote for number 2? So as an ag teacher yourself, what did you enjoy completing through this lesson? Planning a field trip. Why? Yeah, absolutely. Coleman? Teaching ag mechanics. Yeah. Easton? Yeah, like diesel mechanics and stuff, working on tractors. Absolutely. Colton? Planning a field trip? Why? Why? It's just fun. Yeah, planning field trips are fun. There's a lot that goes into it, though. All right, so explain one powerful learning moment that you are taking away from today's lesson. Yeah, she said ag teachers do a whole lot more than what she thought. They plan field trips. They do community service projects. They do classroom projects and all kinds of things. Yeah, ag teachers do a lot. Coleman? You have to think a lot more than you thought. That's why my brain's tired at the end of the day, y'all. All right, anybody else want to share what impact this had on you? Gavin Eubanks, what'd you put? To keep trying to work hard. Yeah, don't give up. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so name and explain one strength of yours that you feel would make you a great agricultural educator and explain why. Yeah, so you have those skills that would make you a really good ag mechanics teacher. That's awesome. So what other strengths do you think that you have that would make you a great teacher? I hear crickets. Avery. Yeah, being kind, relatable, understanding. You have to relate to a lot of different types of students in your classroom, and it's really important to make those connections with them so that they feel comfortable and they're able to learn in your classroom. It's super, super important to do that. Easton? Yeah, knowing how to do that stuff. Diesel mechanics, tractors, absolutely would make you a really good teacher. What else, Ava? Yeah, knowing the basics of what area you're going to teach in. What background did you come from, okay? For me, I come from an animal science background. My family's been heavy in agriculture for a really long time, and that's what helped me get going and fall in love with this career choice that I've made, okay? So those types of things, like if you grow up around people that grow crops, there's a lot of people in Hastings that grow potatoes and cabbage and things like that. So it's really important to know what areas you're able to specialize in so you're able to help your students grow in that pathway. Okay? You guys did an amazing job. I'm super proud of you.